The Healthcare Security Cast is sponsored by 3D Network Technology. Reliability is our core value. Visit www.3dnetworktechnology.com. And by Genetec, delivering security strategies for healthcare. Visit Genetec, that's GENETEC.com. And by the Change Execution Group. Visit 360lifetransformations.com. Before we get into today's show, I want to invite you to connect with the Healthcare Security Cast on a new platform. It's a text-based platform called Community. To join, all you have to do is text my community number, and that number is 647-372-2042. That number again is 647-372-2042.
Welcome to the Healthcare Security Cast, the podcast dedicated to healthcare security, safety, and emergency management. If you are involved with a healthcare security program or desire to be, this podcast is for you. Join the conversation as we discuss the issues that matter to healthcare security professionals while leveraging the expertise of healthcare security thought leaders and experts in personal development. And now, here's your host, Brian Hamilton.
Welcome to the Healthcare Security Cast for Sunday, October 11th, 2020, the first day of IAHSS Healthcare Security and Safety Week. This week, we're going to celebrate our healthcare heroes on the Healthcare Security Cast. 2020 has been a particularly challenging time for everyone, but especially those healthcare workers. For this entire week, we're going to celebrate our healthcare security personnel. If you're hearing this and would like to participate in the recognition throughout the week, send me a text at 647-372-2042. That number again is 647-372-2042, and we'll get your recognition on the show. Before we start today's episode, we'll be joined by Canada's recognition expert, Sarah McVanel, with the Healthcare Security and Safety Week recognition tip of the day. And now I'll turn it over to Sarah.
This is your Healthcare Security and Safety Week recognition tip of the day. Did you know there are 3 main ways that most people want to be appreciated? And yeah, you probably already know them because I bet you want to be appreciated this way. 95% of people tell me, all I need to know is that you appreciate me through a simple thank you. Second most common way is acknowledge specifically what I did well. And number 3, a written thank you. So it's great news because even if you have limited budget, very little time, you can still acknowledge people the way most individuals say they want to be appreciated. The ironic thing is, in Canadian organizations, we spend a lot of money with branded swag and big events and socials. So all you need to do is stick with those top 3 ways. Tell people thank you, tell them specifically what they're doing well, and write them a thank you once in a while. My name is Sarah McVanel, Canada's recognition expert, and I hope you found this helpful.
Thank you, Sarah. If you'd like to hear more about recognition from Sarah McVanel, listen to episodes 24 and 39 of the Healthcare Security Cast, or visit her website, greatnessmagnified.com. And now, let's start the recognition for today.
Hi, this is Roy Williams, Director of Healthcare for Pal American Security, and also the 2020 President for IAHSS. And just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to all of the healthcare security professionals out there. During the week of October 11th through the 17th, we are celebrating heroes in healthcare. And those heroes are you that are on the front lines every day in, day out, working in order to make safe and secure facilities for the patients, for the visitors, and for your coworkers on a daily basis. It's a special time for you, and we just want to say thank you for the work that you do each and every day. As you know, the role of the healthcare security officer is one that goes unnoticed. By being professional that you are, you prove your value and your worth on a daily basis by showing things such as compassion, strength, and most importantly, customer service. So again, we just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for being our healthcare heroes.
Hi, I'm Lisa Terry, and I'm with Allied Universal Security Services, and I'm here in North Carolina. I wanted to tell you about one of our healthcare heroes. Recently at a hospital in Reston, Virginia, Site Supervisor Vinnie Marcandali noticed a white male come into the emergency room with two women. One woman was Spanish, and the other patient was a white female, and she was pregnant. Shortly after checking in, it was time for the patient to go into one of the hospital rooms, and the male insisted that the other Spanish woman go with them. However, the hospital policy states that only one visitor is allowed at a time. He kept insisting, but of course she was denied access. While the Spanish woman was waiting for the couple in the waiting room, Vinny noticed that she looked extremely distressed. Finally, she approached Vinny with tears in her eyes and said, "I don't feel safe with the couple in the back room. Please help me." Vinny immediately told her to come into his office where she would be safe. Vinny made sure that a female hospital employee was in the room with them to make sure that she felt more relaxed. After locking the door, the Spanish woman immediately broke down into more tears and proceeded to tell them that the woman and the male had forced her into prostitution. If she did not do what they asked, they would kill her parents. Vinny immediately called 911 and proceeded to watch the camera monitor in his office. The male came out of the patient room looking for the Spanish woman and started to peek into each other room. Finally, the police arrived and arrested the male for abduction. The police officer provided the Spanish woman with the phone number to the human trafficking hotline, and she was taken immediately to an unknown location and housing provided by the human trafficking organization in hopes to reunite her with her family in California. Vinny received an official letter of commendation from our client for his quick action, attention to detail, and professionalism. Definitely one of our heroes.
Hi, my name is Chad Rioux. I'm the Security Operations Manager at Connecticut Children's in Hartford, Connecticut. I want to give a heartfelt thank you to my safety and security staff during Healthcare Safety and Security Week. You all deserve recognition 52 weeks a year, but it's an honor to recognize and appreciate you even more during Healthcare Safety and Security Week, and even more so during the challenges that 2020's brought us. You all represent the organization and the department at the highest level and provide a safe experience for our patients, families, and staff. I want to give a special shout out to my management team, Joe Donnelly, Brittani Mitchell, Joe Willis, and Randy DiYulio. You all go above and beyond every day to ensure the department is running at an optimal level, and your hard work and dedication are unmatched. It's a privilege to work with the professionals in the safety and security department, and I look forward to watching our department continue to adapt and persevere in the coming months.
Hi, Brian, and to all those listening to the Healthcare Security Podcast. This is Zachary Chambers, Security Manager at the Mater Hospital in Dublin, Ireland. It's Security Week, and as part of that, we are going to be running advice and leaflet stands. We're going to be increasing our patrols at the front doors and around our bike huts and offering advice. We're going to be training the team leaders in advanced IAHSS training and certification. We've been very thankful to the hospital for supporting us on that. And we've also secured the funding for the supervisors to also be trained in the training and in the certification. We're also going to be delivering briefings and presentations to staff in our auditorium on security awareness and demonstrations.
This is Eddie Sorrells, Chief Operating Officer of DSI Security Services. We are fortunate to have dedicated healthcare security officers in many different locations throughout the United States. During Healthcare Security and Safety Week, we want to acknowledge each one of them as true heroes. This year has brought many challenges, and without the men and women of private security who are willing to commit themselves each day to protecting these essential facilities, our nation and our world would not be able to recover. So on behalf of DSI Security Services, let me simply say thank you for all that you do.
I'm Mark Moore, and I'm the Chief Security Officer at Dayton Children's Hospital in Dayton, Ohio. And just want to take this opportunity to recognize the public safety team at Dayton Children's Hospital. They have truly been amazing professionals during my 2.5 years here, but especially distinguished themselves throughout the COVID-19 crisis that, of course, is ongoing. We're not out the back end of it yet, if we're ever going to get out the back end of it. But in particular, I'd like to recognize the Director of Public Safety, Aundray, Toney, and his lieutenants Harry Tullis, George Dowling, Brian Siladke, and Kyle Matlock. They have proven themselves to be outstanding leaders throughout this. And of course, you can't have great leaders without great followers, and their folks have proven to be that. But those are the folks that I work the most closely with on a daily basis, and I'm really proud of what they've done for the hospital and for our community and for our department. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to say hi.
Hi, this is Ryan Clarke. I'm the Director of Emergency Management and Public Safety for Bay Health Medical Center in Dover, Delaware. In honor of Healthcare Security and Safety Week, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize my public safety team members. Over the past year, they've done a phenomenal job at improving our patient outcomes and our management of security-related incidents by taking the time to focus on verbal de-escalation and understanding the true needs of our behavioral health patients. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rodney Sanders. I am the security manager at Emory Decatur, Emory Long-Term Acute Care. We are part of the Emory Healthcare family in Decatur, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. Today, for Healthcare Safety and Security Week, I want to recognize a few officers, outstanding officers who do a great job inside our facilities. One being Sergeant Karisha Perkins. Sergeant Perkins was just promoted to sergeant actually about 2 weeks ago. She's an up-and-comer, and she's doing a fantastic job with us, so I want to recognize her. As well as Corporal Shegog. Corporal Shegog has been on with us since June, and she stepped in, hitting the ground running, doing a phenomenal job, learning real fast, and she's already running shifts for us and proven to be an outstanding leader. And finally, I want to recognize Sergeant Bobby Harris. Bobby Harris is one of our senior supervisors. He's been working with us for about 3-4 years. He's really becoming a standout throughout our supervisor ranks, really learning how to be a leader, how to be a manager, how to identify problems and develop solutions for us. Real outstanding. So those three I just want to recognize, as well as the entire Emory Decatur staff and Emory LTAC staff that all do a phenomenal job, especially during this pandemic season.
Hi, my name is Martin Green. I'm the manager of Security, Telecommunications, Emergency Preparedness here at Baycrest in Toronto, Ontario. And I want to wish all of our healthcare security officers around the globe a happy Security Safety Week. We really, really appreciate the work you've done, especially this year with COVID-19. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nelson Price. I am the Regional Manager for Safety, Security, Emergency Management for Providence, Alaska Medical Center in the Alaska region here in Anchorage, Alaska. And I often represent the Providence St. Joseph Healthcare System at many of the IAHSS conferences and meetings. What I am grateful for is my incredible team. As a team, we've collectively reduced workplace violence in our region by over 50%, which I think is a huge accomplishment. We've gone from many of our healthcare providers and caregivers being afraid or upset about coming to work, which I think is a very sad thing, to being happy and grateful to come to work and feeling safe, and that's kind of our main goal. We've introduced canines into our healthcare system, which I think is a huge accomplishment. I think we've grown that now. I think we have 5 of our larger facilities that have canines, and all working to reduce workplace violence. We are looking to build our own workplace violence and de-escalation program within our system. I think that is something that we strive for to reduce every day, to reduce our numbers and help our providers and caregivers come to work, feel safe, and be able to maintain and care for our patients as best they can. Another accomplishment we've had is introducing technology into our program. I think many of our healthcare systems, and we are one also, have fallen guilty to falling behind in additional resources in technology. And I think it takes us all a while to catch up there, but I think we're about there. We've got great report writing systems. We're working towards getting the best technology throughout our system and standardizing what that looks like. And something we're ever so grateful for, to help ease the way of our officers and make it really a better and safer place for everybody. I just want to thank the 50 or so men or women that serve in this capacity and roles throughout our region. and the hundreds, maybe thousands throughout our healthcare system. It's really a thankless job in many aspects. And I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart in what you do and keeping our people safe. And we often don't recognize it. And certainly the patients don't often understand that, but it's huge. And it makes everybody healthier and better for it. Thank you so much.
And this will conclude today's recognition for the Healthcare Security Cast. But before we leave, we're going to be joined by Chris Littlefield of Beyond Thank You. Chris will share his 7 tips for nurturing a culture of appreciation throughout the rest of this week. And now I'll turn it over to Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris Littlefield from Beyond Thank You, and here are 7 tips for nurturing a culture of appreciation. Tip number 1, call to just say thank you. Most of your employees are used to getting a call only when there's something wrong or when you need something from them. So this week, reach out to them and call to just say thank you. Check and see how they're doing, how their shift was, how their family's doing, but call to just say thank you, and it will probably just make their day. I'm Chris Littlefield from Beyond Thank You, and here are 7 tips for nurturing a culture of appreciation.
Thank you, Chris. And to hear more from Chris Littlefield, visit beyondthankyou.com. Thank you for tuning in. Join us again tomorrow as we continue to recognize healthcare heroes around the world. I'll invite you again to recognize your team and key contributors this week. Text me at 647-372-2042 to get on the show and recognize your team. That number again is 647-372-2042. Have a great healthcare safety and security week. Take care.